Trollslayer. I don't give a fuck who needs to hear this. Who needs to hear this from my voice? Slide did not report that fucking chat last night, bro. It was the old chat that I added him to for a total of 5 seconds. Literally, I added him to it. Somebody said, okay, Bailey had said, don't add anybody to the chat. Then right afterwards, I added Slide. Then somebody said, proceeds to add Slide. Then within 30 seconds, somebody leaves. And then Slide's in the party with me. He says, oh, I'm just going to leave. Add me to the new chat. And then leaves. This man did not have time to go through all of our chat and report shit. He did not have time to go through our chat and report shit. He didn't report anything. All he did was get added, was talking to me in party chat for a total of maybe 15 to 30 seconds after he was added, and then I watched him leave the chat. I watched him do it. And I watched him do it because I remember it saying SlideReborn right under /me_Jason. And any fucking member of C.L.K. who happens to be still in that fucking chat, go and check. And I guarantee you it says that. It says SlideReborn has left the chat. Or left the chat. Or left. It says it. It says it. It's marked there. If you're a member of C.L.K., go fucking look.
Alright, so...
Hi, Nukini.
What's good, Kloomy? What's good, Flex? What's good, Dirty?
Hey, Nascron.
Good, Nascron.
They're blaming fucking Slide for reporting shit. What? Bro, apparently he was reporting messages in the C.L.K. chat, which he wasn't.
Supposedly, that's what they said.
He didn't have time to. He didn't have time to, bro. He got added for 15 seconds and then fucking, and then left the chat. He didn't have time to report him, so it makes no fucking sense.
Everyone from ULSG is saying, let me join C.L.K. Just as a joke. What were you saying, Nascron?
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay, I want fucking... First off, my proof is literally in that chat. So C.L.K., any fucking C.L.K. member that is in here needs to go back to their chat and check that out. If you haven't left it yet, which I'm assuming everybody has at this point. But if you haven't, go back to that chat log and look. He did not fucking do it, bro. He didn't have time to.
And I'm not on C.L.K. right now because of what happened last night. Well, I don't know, because Raven still wants me back on C.L.K. so I can help him out in the leagues.
I don't fucking care anymore, bro. I'm done associating with him.
Alright. Bro, my chat's going crazy right now.
Huh?
Look at my chat.
I'm not in there. No, we're not. I'm not saying that Trollslayer reported anyone, because he fucking didn't. I don't think he did. I think somebody else on that fucking team saw that Slide was added in there and thought it was a good chance to report people and then frame Slide. That's what I think happened. It's because somebody on that team doesn't really like... Yeah, go. You're fine, Nascon. Somebody on that team doesn't like Slide. Somebody on that team didn't want Slide to come back, and he was all chill in the party chat last night, bro. He was talking to Bailey and Dino and Stills. We were all in a party chat, all fucking cool. And then all of a sudden, because Troll wasn't in the chat last night, maybe it was Troll. It might have been Troll and Littleman. Troll and Littleman were not in that fucking chat last night. By the way, a report, when you report something, it gets reported, and then it goes through pretty quick. It gets reviewed pretty fucking quickly, dude. So whenever that went through, it was in the morning. Guess who woke up that morning? Guess who woke up? Littleman and Trollslayer. It couldn't have been Slide because he wasn't even in the chat this morning. And then Trollslayer was like, oh, but I saw him in the chat this morning. He was in the chat this morning when I left. Oh, he was in the chat this morning when you left? A, that's cap. That's cap as fuck. He wasn't in that chat because I watched him leave it last night. And B, how would you know if he was in the chat this morning when you woke up if you weren't in there yourself? So what I honestly think happened is Trollslayer saw that Slide was added back, reported Natty and Skills, then left the chat, and told everyone, since they had already left the chat, that Slide was still in that chat and he started reporting stuff, which he wasn't because I watched him leave last night. Get your timeline fucking straight. Get your fucking timeline straight, guys. I literally fucking... If Trollslayer said this morning that he still saw Slide in that chat, that old chat, he's lying. He's lying because I watched him leave last night. I left after Slide did.
I mean, yeah. And, another thing is, the people that were reported in that chat. Now, let's say it was me, supposedly, I was reporting. One, you have to get to the fact that I left that chat immediately as I was added. And two, you have to take into account of the people who are reported, who are Skills and Natty. Why would I, one, report my friend that I've known for 4 years now, I mentored basically his entire career? And why would I report someone I'd never had a problem with? I did not have a problem with Skills. Skills was cool with me. Why would I not report Trollslayer or Little Man? Why would I report those two?
Yeah, notice how Little Man and Trollslayer didn't get reported.
Yeah.
Notice how I didn't get reported. Notice how Bailey and Dino didn't get reported. Notice how it was just Natty and Skills. If Slide was gonna report somebody, it would have been Little Man and Trollslayer. Cap, like plain ads. That would have been who he reported. Those two. He wouldn't have reported me. He wouldn't have reported Skills. He wouldn't have reported Natty.
Oh, Bailey's
and I didn't get reported.
Bailey's in my chat.
Yeah, so my point being is it was not Slide last night. But you know who that points the blame at? Because I saw the chat with Trollslayer. Let's go through our chat with Trollslayer. Can you still hear me on stream?
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Alright. We're gonna go on the fucking,
Yep, you can.
Off the record here. I'm gonna read fucking Trollslayer's chat. This is the conversation I had with Trollslayer today. Okay. He said... hang on. Wow, we had a long conversation. Hang on, I gotta go all the way back. Okay. Don't know why you would add Slide after all the crap he caused all of us from reporting our chat and giving Nascron access to our chat through his Smurf accounts, the adding other people in to report our chat, taking screenshots, giving them a firecracker, then lying to FC about us. He has been given many chances and keeps trying to hurt us. I said to him, Nascron doesn't have Slide's account anymore. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Bailey got reported too.
Oh, Bailey got reported too?
Yeah.
Oh, notice how Little Man didn't get reported, though. And I didn't get reported because I don't cuss in the chat. Then he says, doesn't matter now. It shows he didn't care enough about us to prevent Nascron from entering our chat at will. That makes no sense. He literally changed his password to avoid Nascron from getting in our chats. He reported our chat last night and got Skills suspended. That's what he said. And I said he didn't report anything. He's like, I have proof. He is a liar. You'll figure it out someday. I sent in a screenshot that I had Slide take, which, by the way, he took and sent to me almost immediately. He wouldn't have had no time to delete the fucking notification from his PlayStation when I asked.
Yeah, because you have to think, there wouldn't have only been one report. There would have been two.
No, he gives me the screenshot where it says, you left a group, you left a group. The two groups he left. Those two groups. It was at... I asked him at 4:14 or 4:16, and it was 4:14. I asked him at 4:16, and he gave it to me. He took the screenshot. When did I ask you? Hang on. I guarantee it was still within a minute. When did I ask you for that? I guarantee it was right on the money, bro. I bet it was still 4:17. Hang on.
Well, here, check Facebook when you asked me for it, because I sent that to you 4:17.
Yes, you sent that immediately, bro. Hang on.
Yeah, there would have been 3 notifications saying your report has gone through and all that.
Okay, so it doesn't actually tell me exactly when it was. Oh yeah, it does. Hang on. Where? I gotta go back and find it. You're an hour ahead of me, right?
Yeah, I'm Eastern time.
Okay. Your Eastern time. So at 3:17 my time, which is exactly the same time the screenshot was taken, literally had within a minute time frame. He got it on the minute. He sent me a screenshot that you left the group. There is no report on here at all. No report whatsoever. There's no, your thing has been reviewed, it has been submitted, there's nothing. Not one thing on here. And I asked him and he sent it immediately. He had no time to delete it. So then I sent him, I said, I have proof too. This is from his PlayStation 4, or PS4. I'm at PS5. No report was submitted. Then Trollslayer said, deleted it. You can delete them. He's slick and you're obviously fooled. We have caught him in many lies. Yes, but the difference is on the fucking minute that I asked for that screenshot, he sent it to me. He had no time to delete it. If somebody had to go through Scramble to delete things, it would be late by a minute or two. This man sent it at the exact same time I asked for it. Then he sent screenshots showing that you could delete things. And I'm like, well, yeah, you can delete it. I was like, okay, and how do you know that it was him for sure? He's like, now here's proof. I'm like, that's not proof, that's an assumption. We are assuming he did it. Maybe someone else did it to make it look like it was him to get him off the team. Then he's showing me proof that some message got deleted by PlayStation Safety 2 hours ago, which was at 4, so that would have been at 2, which makes no sense to me because that would have been at 2 p.m. today.
Yeah, and I left
Slide,
that chat.
Slide left that chat
1
last night. It doesn't take that long to review fucking shit. Because I see his notification, and it says 2 hours ago, message deleted by PlayStation Safety. And then up in the top right corner, which he's trying to block off, it says the time. And it says 4:20 something. I don't see the rest of the time, but I can see it says 4:20 something. And I'm assuming that's PM, not AM, because he was asleep. So that means that the message was deleted at 2 p.m. today. Now, Slide had left the chat last night. It doesn't take 24 hours for a review to go through. It takes like 30 minutes. So it couldn't have been Slide. And I have all these screenshots if you guys really fucking want them. So, anyway, he sends all these fucking screenshots of, by the way, I'm gonna screenshot this so he doesn't delete it. There. Okay. So he sends all these screenshots of messages getting deleted. He said, why would someone report themselves? Come on, bro, think about it. I'm like, what do you mean with that? How would they report themselves? That's what I was confused by. So I said, I was watching the chat last night. Slide was added for a full 30 seconds. Like I've been saying, I was in party with him. He had no time to report anyone. Trollslayer said he's lying to you, I promise. I'm like, from the time I added him to the time he left, and he was like, he reported in the morning. No, he didn't. Here's why. This is when I knew I caught him in a lie. This is when I knew. He didn't report in the morning because I watched him leave the chat last night before I left. Slash had left the chat, then Troll left the chat, or when I say Troll, I mean Dino. Dino left the chat, then Slide left the chat, then I left the chat. That's how it went last night. And that was at last night around whenever we made that chat. So 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something like that. It wasn't this morning. He didn't report in the morning. There would have been no way because he was not in the chat. So then he's like, no, he's not Troll. I was in party with him. He left right after I added him because I said it because I told him to. I didn't tell him to. He left because we were going to make a new chat, which we did. We made a new chat. So he had left that chat because I was saying, oh, they're making a big deal about the old chat. Let's leave this chat. I'm going to make a new one. And he left immediately. So then I said he couldn't have done it again And he's like, you're just blaming him because you hate him, which is the case. I said, it wasn't him, bro. I was legit talking to him when he was added and when he left. He had no time. He said, notification arrived in the morning. I left this afternoon. He was in there. He was not in. That's when I knew. That right there. That message right there when it was was when I knew something was fishy. Because he was not in there in the morning. I know that for a fact. He was not in that chat that got reported in the morning. Because if I look back at all these screenshots that got deleted, it is the old C.L.K. chat. And I can tell because it's the title, or the group name that I put in there, and it's got that Among Us character. That is the old one. That's the old one. That's not the newer ones we made last night. That's the old one that we had when I added him in there for like 30 seconds, and then he left. So he said, I saw him in there when I left. Believe what you want. This is no coincidence. Later, bro. Good luck. And I'm like, he was not in there when you left if you left this afternoon. You're fucking lying because I watched him leave last night and then we all left the chat. And then I said, in what chat? The old ones or new ones? Because I wasn't looking at the screenshots at the time. He said old last night. So in the old chat, somehow he was still in there, even though I watched him. I watched him leave. I watched his notification pop up, and so did everyone else on C.L.K. who was still in that chat. And if there's anyone on C.L.K. who is still in that chat, go back and look. And I fucking promise you, it says he left right after Bailey and Dino.
Yeah.
Then he says, bro, he was in the old chat last night and left. That's what I said. And he's like, easy to report. I'm like, I watched him leave. I was in there last night, then left after him. And everyone else did this morning. Bro, he was only in there 10 seconds. He had no time to. I was in a party with him. And he's like, you believe what you want, but this is no coincidence. I said he left it right away. No, someone is framing him. Fucking trolls like he's a pro, which is bullshit. Like, bro, he left the chat last night. I said, stop blaming him and think. Who would want to frame him? He said, he always plays victim to make you feel bad. That's why he lasted so long on C.L.K. Who would report themselves? What do you mean, who would report themselves? Who on that team didn't get reported last night? I know I didn't get reported. I know Troll didn't get reported. And I know damn well I don't think Little Man got reported. And I can promise you I wasn't reporting shit. So, who's that leave? And it says, bro, he isn't playing I said, bro, he isn't playing victim. I was there last night. I ruled him out. It wasn't him this time. He's like, don't believe in coincidence. It was him. I said, well, yeah. Well, how do you know it was? How do I know it wasn't you? That's what I said. I said, trying to point blame on him. He's like, okay, now you show me you know and was a part of it. So now you're trying to switch the blame on me because I've caught you in the fucking act. And then he's like, bye, good riddance. I'm like, bro, like, it definitely wasn't me. I technically was a part of it, as in, like, yeah, I was with Slide last night. He didn't report anything. Slide did not report anything because he didn't have time to. He was in that chat for 30 seconds, then left, and was talking to me the entire time. So then he was like, laugh my ass off. I wasn't a part of it, but I know for sure that Slide wasn't. You are delusional. He laughed. I said, now you have nothing to say because I've caught you. It's fine, though. I don't care enough to tell anyone. Keep ruining your team. Hang on. So then he was like, I was at work from 4 a.m. to 1, and somehow I reported my friends, my son, for exactly what reason. Right there. I've already caught him. Now listen. That screenshot he sent said that the message was deleted 2 hours ago, okay? Right? 2 hours ago. On his PlayStation, it said that it was 4 o'clock. It was deleted 2 hours ago, which means for him it would have been 2 o'clock when it got reported, okay? Or when it got deleted, okay? 2 o'clock. He got off work. He worked from 4 a.m. to 1, which means he has a time frame of an hour to report messages, and then for them to get deleted by PlayStation safety, which, guess what? Happens to be the exact amount of time it takes for them to review a reported message. And then he said, you're delusional. I'm like, so if it wasn't you, it wasn't me, and I know it wasn't Slide, then who the fuck was it? Because somehow me, you, and Slide didn't get reported. And he's like, everyone was reported in chat. The chat got reported as a whole. If you violate policies in chat, you were suspended or warned, which, by the way, I didn't. That's bullshit. He's spewing bullshit. And this isn't me hating on Trollslayer, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit because I fucking... Do you know how many voice clips that I fucking send in that chat where I cuss in them? I would have been reported. I would have got fucking suspended. And it says, I don't because of a slide reporting me before I'm careful. From before I'm careful. He got me and Little Man already. I said, I've never been reported, and I cuss in my voice messages. Someone is picking and choosing who to report. He said, no, the whole chat was reported, and they look it over. There is an option to report chat. He says he's being bullied, he told us. He admitted it to us before. I was like, okay, well then why wasn't I suspended then? He says, I don't have any reason to lie to you. I'm like, okay, and I don't have any reason to lie to you either, so this whole thing makes no sense to me, bro. He said, maybe voice clips slipped through, I'm not sure, but I never got warned or suspended from voice. Which is bullshit, because I've been reported or suspended from voice before too. I know I have. I remember it happening. And he said, I said weird, because at this point I'm fucking annoyed. And he's like, I don't want to go back and forth with you. Good luck and hope you get a PS5. I know frames are a pain later, bro. And I'm like, yep. And that was the end of the conversation. Literally, with that one fucking conversation I had with him, he pretty much just proved it was troll. Here's why. So, with him, his dumbass sending fucking screenshots, it shows a little fucking thing on the screen that says, oh, message deleted from PlayStation Safety, and it has a little thing that says 2 and an H. That means 2 hours ago. When he fucking sent that screenshot, it was 4 o'clock for him, which means the report was reviewed at 2 o'clock today. And it was determined that PlayStation Safety had deleted messages. 2 o'clock today, okay? He said he worked from 4 a.m. to 1. I know that Slide left that chat last night because I watched him do it. It gives him a window from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So what I think happened, and I'm not going out on a limb, this is my detective work. He came home from work today. He came home from work today at 1 o'clock. He got on his PlayStation like he always does, because he always gets on with, Little Man and the team. He saw that Slide was added to the chat. He saw that Slide had left the chat. He saw that most of the players from the chat had left. Then he was like, oh boy, and saw all the other chats where Slide was being added back. He needed a reason why Slide should not be back on C.L.K. So what he does is he goes in and reports a couple messages here or there in the other chat to frame Slide. Then, in the normal time frame it takes for PlayStation to review a message, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, it takes about a half an hour, I'd say.
Yeah.
They reviewed it and determined that it was deleted by PlayStation Safety. Then he goes back and deletes his evidence that he reported it. Or maybe he did it on Little Man's account. One of the two. And then there we are at 4 o'clock talking about it, and he sends me the screenshot where it says message deleted by PlayStation Safety at 4 o'clock. Slide was not in there this morning, so that cuts him out of it completely. Because it doesn't take him 12 hours to report a message. Or over 12 hours. We were in that chat at 11 o'clock last night. It doesn't take that long for a chat to get reviewed. So right there, that rules Slide out.
And even then, the people that were reported in the chat in general, because once you report someone, moderators will come into the chat and see if anything bad was said. They don't talk about this because they never talk about anything.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Hang on. I'm gonna do something. Yo, Slide.
Huh.
Alright, here's the deal. Send me just a message saying hi.
Alright.
I'm gonna report it, and we're gonna see how long it takes them to review it. And we're gonna stay in the stream until they review it. Okay. I'm gonna report his message right now. What time is it? 9:06. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna say it's annoying and not interesting. And then I'm just gonna... Hang on, wait. No, you know what I'm gonna do, actually? Report Next. Don't think it should be on PlayStation Network. I don't want to do spam because I might actually get it. I'm just gonna say rude, vulgar, or bad language. Then I'm gonna click report selected item. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, what time is it right now?
9:06.
9:07. I'm sending in a report right now. Also, sorry if you get banned, but I highly doubt PlayStation's gonna ban you. Yeah, they're not gonna ban you for saying hi. So I reported that at 9:07. We're gonna stay in here right now, and we're gonna see how long it takes them to review it. And if it takes them less than 12 hours, which is bullshit, by the way, I know damn well that it didn't take them 12 hours, then we know Trollslayer's lying, and we also know it's not Slide. So anyway, until then, let's just keep talking about it, I guess. What do you got to talk about, Slide? Because I've been talking a lot.
Even then, like when I got banned, I had 30 seconds to scroll through the chat to look at what I could report. Let's say I did report, I would have like 30 seconds. If I'm scrolling,
it gives you basically you have to scroll through, see a cuss word, and then click on it. Like that's basically what you have to do.
If I'm me and I have the intention to report, or if I'm intending to report, the main person I'm looking for to see swearing is Trollslayer, because everyone else on C.L.K. I don't really have a problem with. I'm looking for Trollslayer. Why would I report the person I've been teaching for 4 years, and not the person that's been antagonizing me for months?
Why would you bully Natty to begin with? Why would you report Natty out of all people?
Yeah.
Why Natty? Like, that's fucked up. Like, we all love Natty, bro. Like, what the fuck? Or Bailey, for that matter. Like, why would you report Bailey, or fucking, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the people who got reported just doesn't align with who Slide is. If he was gonna report people, it would be Trollslayer and Little Man.
Yeah. Why would I report the kid I've been teaching for years? Some dude I've been cool with for 2 years, Bailey. And why would I report Skills, who hasn't really said anything bad towards me? Why would I report any of those 3 people? Why would I not report the person that's been antagonizing me for months and like the entire time I've been on C.L.K? Why do I not report that guy? Or his kid who always smack talks me, like.
Exactly, bro. And it's not like he was like going in there just to report messages. I called him last night, asked him to join back. He joined for fucking LeChoke Prodigy. Fuck, man, that's funny. He joined last night in the intention to get back on C.L.K. Like, he was talking, he was chatting, he was having a conversation with everyone in the party chat last night. There was no problem whatsoever with the team. At all. There was no problem. So why would he have reported them? There was no problem, you know? And I told him, I was like, I'll talk to Trollslayer tomorrow. It's just kind of ironic that the Trollslayer is like, how could I have reported it when I work at 4 to 1 p.m.? And I'm like, well, it's funny to me because you just exposed yourself. You just told me that you work at 1 a.m. You just basically, oh, report has been submitted right now. I just got that. I just got that from PlayStation Safety right now. It is only 9:10. I got report was submitted. Now we'll see how long it takes to be reviewed. Slide.
Alright, but.
You see in this cap? Anyway, so he says that he was on from, or he went to work from 4 to 1. Well, it's funny because he sent me a screenshot at 4 p.m. that had a notification that said message was deleted from PlayStation Safety. It said 2 hours ago, which would have made it 2 o'clock, which opens a window of an hour from when he gets home from work to when he fucking reports the message to when he could have reported it. So it makes me think that he went through the chat with like, okay, let's see. I'm going to report Skills and Natty and like Bailey. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to report a couple things to make it look like Slide did it. But he didn't report his son. Notice how Little Man did not get reported. And he has no problem with me either. And I was one of their Jasons. So actually, look at it this way. Notice how me, Dino, Little Man, and Trollslayer didn't get reported. But Natty, who never plays in our games, and Skills, who has 25 different accounts, and Bailey, who has different accounts, did get reported. Do you notice that? How only the people who don't play in our games or have different accounts were the ones that got reported, not our J-Mains or his son? You notice that? Is that not funny? Like, that's funny to me. Like, all the evidence is actually, when you really boil down to it and look at it, and I have it all, by the way. I have it all in the messages. It boils down to him. It points at him. It doesn't point at Slide. Slide has an alibi. I was in the chat with Slide last night and watched him leave. Then I left. So it wasn't me. It wasn't Slide. It definitely wasn't Skills, Bailey, or Natty. What's up?
I have my entire chat spamming invite to parties, so I'm gonna start a group chat, and after this,
Who is it?
Who
is it?
There's Kloomy, Flex, Dirty Sniper, Kai.
What are they trying to talk
Dirty.
about?
I have no idea. They're just saying invite the party. So after the stream, I guess.
Just add one at a time. I don't want to have 25 people in a party chat.
Alright, I mean, yeah, like, there was no reason for me to report my son, who I've been teaching for 3 years, like.
No, it's complete bullshit. I think it was Trollslayer. I think he was trying to put the blame on you so that you stayed away from the team, because you and him have issues with each other. I seriously think that's what happened. Because once I called it out and I was like, how do I know it wasn't you? He got really quiet and defensive. And accusing after I said that. Like he knows I caught him. And then I went back and read the chat. It all aligns. That stupid ass screenshot that he showed me shows that the report was reviewed at 2 o'clock. It gives him time to report it and then it get reviewed. And if it would have been reported last night when Slide was on, it would have been reviewed immediately. It would have probably been reviewed within 30 minutes to an hour. It wouldn't have been reviewed the next day.
Yeah, like, why would it have been reviewed the next day?
No. Yeah, it's bullshit, dude.
And whose message got, like, deleted by PlayStation Safety at 2 p.m.? Who was that?
Hang on.
Maybe able to find some out, about that too. Yo, what's good, Blake? Big drama, C.L.K being weird.
It was one from 11:50 p.m. last night. Or 11:50, yeah. He says he gets all the women, Okay, there was 3 messages that I saw. Which was from last night, but was like... It still doesn't add up. And notice how it was only the messages from last night.
Yeah, like...
if you would have reported the chat, we've had that chat for like a couple weeks now. The whole chat would have been reported, and many of my messages would have been deleted. But it was just like pick and choose through. Like the screenshots he sent me, it was only like one deletion here and there. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see who they were though, because it says message deleted by PlayStation Safety. Yeah.
And
I seriously think that's what happened. It was. I want to know when everybody else got their notifications. Because if it was all at 2 o'clock, which I think it was, unless he had a system off and it popped up when he turned the system on, but I doubt it. I want to know. That's what I want to know from Bailey. If his shit popped up at the same time too.
Let me see if I have a notification myself from PlayStation.
That's gone.
Because that would be the nail in the coffin if I myself got a message from PlayStation or like an email.
Do you get emails when shit gets deleted?
No, you don't.
Damn. I'm just waiting for this fucking review to go through. It was already submitted 6 minutes ago. Nascron, how long does it take for a submission, a report submission and a review to go through and get fully? I need to know that because it tells me it's only like 30 minutes, isn't it? Oh. it was a test I had because I went through, here's the shit I found out, Nascron. So I went through the screenshots with Trollslayer. He said that he got off work. He worked from 4 to 1 o'clock. He sent me a screenshot that said there was a message deleted by PlayStation Safety. It was his notification, and he said that it said that he got it 2 hours ago. At his time, the timestamp of his PlayStation, which was being blocked, but you could still see the first number, which is all you need, or you can see the first two. I think it was 4:30 something, which is then if you go back, it would have been like 2:30 something. So that gives him time to get home, report the messages, and then show the notification once it gets reviewed.
Yeah.
It will delete all the reviewed notifications. Then, yeah. Here. Why?
Okay,
what?
They get mad if you send screenshots of their chat.
It's not of their chat. It's not of their chat, bro. It's the fucking screenshot that Troll sent me.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure.
It's this. Now look at the timestamp at the. Okay, it was 2:20 or 4:20 something. Look at the timestamp in the top right. Then look at the timestamp of the message deleted thing.
Wait, that's not of. Wait. That's not of Trollslayer's perspective. That's from Littleman. That's a screenshot of what Littleman sees. Yeah, because it's a screenshot of a screenshot. See, you can see Littleman's
What the
PSC.
fuck? That is weird. So it was at 9 a.m. this morning then.
Yeah.
So was it reported at 9 a.m.? Sorry, I didn't even realize that. It is. What the fuck? Why'd he screenshot a screenshot? Okay, so in that case, it was 9 a.m. this morning. But you weren't in the chat this morning.
Yeah, it was deleted
and
by
that means it would have been
PlayStation
submitted
Safety
at 7 a.m.
At 7 a.m., yeah.
That's weird. I'm not in their chat. Bro, I'm not even in their team chats anymore, dude. Yeah, all the C.L.K players, and Slide was added for like 30 seconds and then left.
Because I said, yeah, I don't want to get blamed for reporting or anything like that, so I'm going to leave.
So then he screenshotted the screenshot at 4 o'clock, which makes sense. So that wasn't 2 hours ago. It was at 7 a.m. this morning that the message went.
But at this... What?
He might have reported it on his phone. Yeah. Slide left around 11 o'clock last night.
I left at 1 a.m.
Was it 1 a.m.?
Yeah, 1 a.m.
No, the report would have went. It would have been reviewed. It would have been reviewed already. It was at 7 a.m. that it got done, and he left at 1. That gives a 6-hour window. There's no way it was him. It could have been Trollslayer. He left at 4 a.m. It's more believable if he would have got up and checked his system before he went to work, reported it, and then a couple hours later at 7. 3 hours is more believable than 6.
Hey. No, I got added at like 12 or 1 a.m. and I left like a minute later.
No, you got added. I don't think it was that late, dude. I thought it was like only 11 o'clock at night.
Well, I went to sleep at around 1 and we were talking for like an hour or two. So yeah, it might have been around 11.
I think you got added at like 11, and it's whenever we were talking on the phone. I can check. Hang on.
Well,
whenever I said we want you back on C.L.K. Yeah, it was 10:30, and then I said taking my chores at 10:44, and then I added you shortly after that. So because we talked in a party chat for a minute, so it was probably around 11:09 that you were added, and then you left probably around the same time. So there's no fucking shot. No shot that you reported that message. Because there's no way that 11:09 till 7 a.m. they didn't review that message.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm about to hop off. I think we've covered most of what happened.
Regardless, there's no way it would slide.
Yeah. No one.
Natty, Skills, Bailey. They all got reported.
Well, they all got reported, but Skills is the only one who got his account suspended. I don't know what it was.
But listen, no! Think about it, bro. Think about it. Why didn't I get reported? Why didn't Dino get reported? Why didn't Little Man get reported? Bro, think about it. Natty doesn't start on the fucking team. Skills has 25 different accounts, and so does Bailey. They're expendable because they have other accounts. I don't have another account, and I was one of their Jasons. Dino is one of their Jasons. Little Man's his son. You notice the shit I'm pointing out? They didn't report the important people of the team. They only reported the people who have... Dude, if Slide was going to go in there and report people, he would fuck with the important people of the team or Trollslayer. Which neither of them got fucked with. Me, Trollslayer, Little Man, and Dino didn't get our shit deleted. Which makes no sense. Because me and Dino are the two Jasons, and Little Man's Trollslayer's son, so it almost makes sense why they weren't reporting our accounts. Because if me or Dino got suspended for a long period of time, they wouldn't have Jasons. Somebody in there did it on purpose, bro. I'm telling you. They picked out Natty. They probably first reported Natty, because Natty doesn't play every week. So they find him expendable. And then they reported Skills, because he has a different account, and Bailey, because he has a different account, to make it more believable. That's what I've been fucking saying the entire time. Somebody else reported those chats. It wasn't Slide. It wasn't Slide because he left the chats at 11 o'clock. They would have been reviewed by 1 a.m. when he was still talking with us. These chats got reviewed at 7 a.m.
Alright, well, I'm about to end the stream because I know Cancer's about to break loose as soon.
Cancer?
Oh, just wait till...
Make sure to save it and send it to fucking Skills, bro, so I can explain all this shit. It makes no sense. So yeah, it must have been reported at 7 a.m. Or it was reported before 7 a.m. But not all the way back till fucking, like, midnight almost. Like, there's no way. It would have been reported at, like, 2 in the morning, or 4 in the morning even, when he went to work. Or maybe he waited till he was at work to report it so he had an alibi.
Alright,
But there's no way it was Slide, so... Yep, end stream. You're good.
Well, that's about it for this court case. Kloomy, you got your wish. I added you to the chat. You just... Talk to y'all later.